We are going to make a chickpea tuna salad for lunch today. I like to blend the chickpeas in the food processor. I think it just makes it easier than mashing it. And I already had some chickpeas on hand. They were pre-washed, so we're gonna stick them in. When you're blending this, you don't want it to be overly too mashed or it will get really mushy. So you wanna just kind of do a few pulses and then kind of see how it is from there. Like, I would say that's probably mashed enough. So I'm just doing a single serving of this chickpea tuna. So we're gonna make the dressing in the bowl and just make it easy. I like to start with a bit of mustard, do hummus, probably about like a spoonful. I'm gonna do a little bit of oil. You just need a dash. What makes this recipe taste really good is the pickle juice from pickles. So we're gonna pour a bit in there. A decent amount of lemon. So I'm probably gonna do half because I'm just doing a single serving of this. To chop up a pickle, I like to do one whole pickle even if I'm doing a single serving. And we're gonna do celery. I think it adds a really good crunch factor. I think you only need about one stalk. I think that's probably enough. We're gonna use the mandolin for the celery so it can get really thin. You can adjust the settings. So I'm gonna do it on the really thin one. And we're just gonna go right into the bowl. I'm gonna do red onion and chives because I like the combination together and I like onions a lot, but you could totally just stick with one if you don't like a lot of onion in your recipes. Now we can add the mashed chickpeas and we will blend it all together in here. You could also do this whole process in a food processor, but I think that it can sometimes be more difficult because the chickpeas can then get way too mushy. Instead in here it just mixes really nice. I just bought a bunch of pretty herbs at the farmer's market. We have a bunch of dill and chives. I'm gonna chop them up and put them on top because I think they are a perfect combination to go with the chickpea tuna. So I do a bunch of pepper and then a large pinch of salt. We're going to chop up the chives and put those in. And we're going to top it with a bunch of fresh dill. Okay, probably gonna do all of this dill because I like dill a lot. You don't need to put this in, but I think it really makes it taste a lot more like a tuna salad if you put the dill in. So I usually just crumble it up as best I can instead of chopping it. And then just put it all on top.